What's going on, everybody? I got another 9-ball run out session for you. I'm going to be breaking and running a few racks. So stick around, hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get to some 9-ball. Hey guys, welcome back to Machero's in Ensenada, Mexico. Back upstairs on the Murray pool tables, and we get started with the first 9-ball break. Alright, looks like I made a couple balls. Most of the other balls went to the left side of the table. We got a good shot on the one here. It's a little bit of an angle though, so I want to avoid this 3-ball and the 5. Hit the cushion and come back across for the 2 in the upper left hand corner. So low and a little bit of left, or a little bit of right English rather. And it came out with a good angle. Here I just want to use straight top, maybe a touch of left to straighten out my cue ball off the end rail, and leave an angle here for the next ball, which is the 4-ball down here at the bottom. Excuse me, at the bottom of the table. Okay, nice, I'm off the rail. You want to try to stay off the rail, keep that in mind when you're playing. Looks like I'm a little bit straighter than I want it to be, so I kind of pumped this one pretty hard to get on the 5 and overran it just a little bit, although speed control is pretty good. The ball's close to the side. But now instead of just drawing back for the 8, I'm coming around with low left, 2 rails. And overran that one a little bit also. The table's pretty fast. I play on these tables a lot though, so I have the speed down pretty good. Those were well, that was 2 examples of crossing the line of position. So you have to be as accurate as possible with your speed control when you're going across the line, instead of going into your next shot on the angle, or even away from your next ball is another example of playing on the line of position. Nice little break and run, nice way to start out the day, first rack of the day. Okay, so we're just going to keep the camera running for a continuous playing session here. In case you're wondering, I'm at Machero's in Ensenada, Mexico. It's a really cool place. There's only billiards downstairs. It's kind of noisy right now, so the table doesn't rack too well. I'm not trying to give myself the best rack, just the best I can do. It's really fast cloth. Pockets are medium size, and well, it's a Murray professional table from back in the 80s. I actually love these tables, and when they're set up just right, they're amazing tables. They're actually very solid. If you look at the frame, they're very similar to a gold crown as far as how solid they are. So they're a lot of fun. All right, so let's get to the break in rack number 2. Looks like I'm going from the same spot. That's always a good idea. When you find one place that's successful for you, stick with it. I controlled the cue ball real well, but then I got kissed down to the bottom here. Looks like I would have had a nice shot on that 1 in the upper left-hand corner. But I still have a shot on the 1 in the side. It's just a matter of what am I going to do with this cue ball. Can I just roll it in and avoid hitting these balls? That's the first thing you want to look at. The natural path. So obviously I didn't think that I could. Okay, there's the 3. I played 2 rails for it. Came up a little thin, but still a good positional shot. And sometimes the advantage of having a fast table is that it doesn't take much to get the object ball going to the hole. So you can slow roll certain shots, and the object ball will carry a little bit further, even though the cue ball will also. So here, you want to work on these in your game when you have a chance to practice your jacked up shots across table like that one, across the short side of the table, and also on your longer distance shots. You want to devote some pretty good practice time to those, especially when you're getting ready for a big tournament. Now there, the table's fast enough for me to go across and back over and back in line here to get rack number 2. Now even when you're practicing with your friends, it's a good idea to let each other shoot that 9-ball in, even if it's easy. Get practice completing your run out. Little 2-rack run to start the day. Playing 9-ball is a lot of fun. You get to move the cue ball around. You can play it as precise or as kind of freewheeling as you want. But I always recommend to play for an exact position with the cue ball, because that way you get to learn the speed of the table. If you don't play for an exact spot for the cue ball, you're never really going to learn the speed of the table, and you're not going to develop your speed control as much as if you do pick that exact spot and you learn to land the cue ball on that spot. Okay, same break position. Cue ball, I let my cue ball go a little bit to the right, but I was fortunate to still make a ball. And looks like I have a shot, really super thin shot on this one. What I'm curious about is how am I going to control the cue ball. Usually I'll just follow the natural path with my eyes before I shoot it and just ask myself, where does this cue ball want to go naturally? And in that case, it went into another ball. Sometimes you're going to get a good roll out of it. Don't want to do that too much. You don't want to turn your cue ball loose too much. I wouldn't say I really turned it loose though. It was more of a calculated percentage shot. And I like talking about it a lot. The more you play, the more you actually play to carom off balls, and you can start to predict with pretty high accuracy where that cue ball is going to go, even after you carom off of another ball. And those extra balls become like rails. So, okay, there's an example of rail first shot, come down towards the 6. Now here I need to draw the ball. The main thing is, don't scratch and don't run into the 8-ball. Okay, I didn't see I had that angle actually. I thought it was almost dead straight in there. So I played it off the rail, came down a little bit lower on the 7 this time. Also, so it looks like I might have to go around the table. No, I had a good, so that's what I'm talking about with the fast cloth. You can do some kill shots like that, and it's easy for the object ball to carry to the pocket while you still maintain control of the cue ball. Some cloth is so slow that you're not able to do a shot like that because the object ball just won't make it to the hole. It's kind of rare though. It's on some old nappy cloth. A 3-rack run to start the day. Okay, let's see how the break turns out this time. I'm probably going to break from the same spot as it's been successful. And sometimes it's hard to get a good rack. Now, if you want to learn about the rack, check out Joe Tucker's racking and breaking DVDs. I think it's joetucker.net. Make sure you order his latest stuff. He's got a lot of great info, a great instructor, great guy. Great player too. All right, better control the cue ball that time. It went a little bit across towards that other side pocket, more than I would like. But I made a ball. I have a really good shot on the 1 here. The thing is that the 5 and 8 are tied up. There's a big mess down there at the bottom, and that's going to be a problem. I see the 2 ball by the side here, but the problem is, how am I going to get down there in for the 3 and then come back up for the 4? So I saw this shot where I could open up that whole problem area by playing a carom of the 1 ball off the 8 and use the angle of that shot to get on the 2 and give me an angle so I can get down for the 3, which is now open. So now I just need to get down to the end rail. The 3 ball's off the rail a little bit, and if I'm on the rail, then I'll have an angle, but it looks like I'm off the rail, and I'm gonna have to manufacture some kind of an angle here. Okay, I was wrong about that. I thought the ball up here was the 4 ball, so I was perfect down there. But now all I have to do is get up for the 5, punch forward and over. Now it's just a matter of maintaining your concentration. Keep good lines, good speed control, stay on the right side of the ball. It looks like my draw takes me in a weird position to the side. I came a little bit higher than I wanted on that ball, so I elected to go forward. Now here, I could use that 9 as a carom. I could make the 7 and I could hit the right side of the 9, or I could possibly avoid this 9. Okay, that's what I did by going forward. Now here you want to make a decision. If you're going to go around the table here, if that ball's frozen, you want to make sure you hit this ball before you hit the rail. Because if you don't, the cue ball is going to hit the rail, then the ball then is going to go over more towards that corner pocket, and you're either going to scratch or you're just not going to get where you want the cue ball to go. So practice those rail shots, and decide whether you're going to hit the ball or the rail first. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, check out ProPoolAcademy.com, and I'll see you in the next video, my friend. Well, didn't make anything on the break, so we can't count that as 4, but I like that first shot, how I opened up all those problem balls by shooting the 1 ball off the 8, opened up the whole rack for me, and that's what it's all about. Let's get another one. Take your pool game to the next level with my online membership course, ProPoolAcademy.com. There's over 33 hours of game knowledge with 16 modules, 140 video lesson sections, and thousands of pool tips, with more being added every month. To sign up and to order my books and DVDs in the mail, click the links in the description below this video now.